All right, well, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kevin.
I'm Tarsha.
And this is, of course, Conversations with the Crawleys, where we have conversations about faith, family relationships, and recaps, reviews, and commentary on some of our favorite shows. This one is all about season 14 of Married at First Sight, Boston edition.
Boston.
I
work on my Boston accent.
Yeah. No, you don't, because we ain't going to Boston.
You never know. We might have to go to Boston.
For what?
That's why I said you never know. You just never, something has to happen.
There's some places I'm just not planning on going.
Oh, you're just planning not to go.
Why? What's in Boston?
That's what I'm saying. You don't know what happens. Something may happen. We have to go to Boston.
New Edition got out of Boston, so
Shut
why would I go?
Shut up. I want to be all 2% of the black people in Boston.
All right. Since this is content that you enjoy, definitely make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the like, request notifications,
and share.
And of course, we will always see you in the comments. So we're finally getting everybody married. Everybody getting married now.
Everybody getting married.
And so if we fumble through the names, it's okay. We fumble through the names first couple of episodes while we figure out who's married to who. But who you want to start with?
Let's start with the last two who got married.
All right, and that
would be Noy
and Steve.
So they look cute, mm-hmm. And then Noy's from Laos,
right?
And so her brother and dad was like in their attire,
mm-hmm.
And so obviously they gave their vows. Right. We plan to do all this stuff just for the wedding, right? Or at least they. And then, they were talking afterwards.
Was he the one that gave the big ring pop?
Yes, he gave him a ring pop, which was cute.
That was cool.
That was different, right? Yep. So
have a little fun with it.
Yeah, right. And she loved it. Mm-hmm. He was kind of a little quirky.
Right.
And then they talked afterwards. She actually changed, mm-hmm. and then presented him a part of the ceremony about being a part of the lost
her culture.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and I thought that went well.
Mm-hmm.
Seemed like, okay, they got chemistry.
Right.
He was attracted to her. And they pretty much, it was like really seamless, right? They were just doing the, meeting, eating, mm-hmm. drinking.
So what do you do?
Right.
Well, up until December, right. I was a sales engineer. I mean, he played it up. I was a sales engineer. I helped with the sales, and we did. And then around the layoffs hit, and
I went for a drive for 4 months.
And she was like, "So, were you like trying to figure out maybe a new place to live?
Right. You decided you're going to a new state to start over. Right. Explain to me in simple words why you came back with no job." And you just sign up,
right,
for Married at First Sight with no job.
Tell me, ain't got no job.
So, but she was like, he seems like a person that can mm-hmm. probably land on his feet. So she said, I'm not overly concerned.
Right.
But she did give the look like, you don't have no job. Mm.
By the end of these 8 weeks, you're going to have a job, but you ain't going to have a wife. It's just, or at least income, right? At least stable income.
As long as you keep bringing in the money.
Stable income.
And it's legal, like I said in my house. As long as you keep bringing it and it's legal, those are only 2 terms.
Y'all see how she just confined me? I got to make legal money.
Because if you go to jail, you won't be married either.
Trust, we make legal money around here.
Because it's not just going to jail. Like when you get out, you can barely make money. So it'd be dependent on me.
Like one of my best friends says, I am too cute and fluffy for jail. Sorry.
Too fluffy for jail.
I don't do jail. I'm not that dude. All right. So, but then her brother starts, the brother is talking to Steve. And it's like, so y'all going, you getting some tonight?
Right. Like, how old are you, first of all? Can we be talking about sex? Are you over the age of 18?
Do I need to have the conversation with you?
Right. Like, what are we saying? Why would I share that with you?
Right.
And I'm like, why are you so into this? Isn't this your sister? Right. Can we talk about anything else?
Because the brother was like, she likes to be pursued. So he's basically telling Steve, like, you got to go for it. If you don't, somebody else will.
So I'm like, what? What you trying to say? Your sister easy? What are we talking about right now, dude? I'd be like, you know what? Let's talk about something light.
Right.
Like, what she like to eat? What's her favorite color? Those are the things you should know as a brother.
Right. And hit me too. Right. Clue me up on
Clue
right?
me into that. So that was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Though, seemed to be going pretty well. They got back
Yeah.
to their room and
Yeah.
cuddled. So,
Right. Right.
nothing major with them, no
No.
issues. They seem, at
Everybody.
least things seem to be
It
starting off well, right?
It always starts well.
Not always.
Well,
but
yeah,
it's starting off well.
That's true.
And then the other couple that got married today was Alyssa and Chris.
Right. So, hey, we get up to the aisle, and she's, before she gets out, she talks about teeth, right? And I'm thinking,
y'all know the producers are like, whatever you say, we're gonna find footage for it. They're like, we're gonna find the B-roll. So they of course bring the B-roll in right up in his face, showing the teeth.
Right. And I was like, his teeth ain't bad, but I'm like, you can always fix teeth.
Right.
With enough money, you can fix teeth.
You got insurance, you can fix teeth.
Right. But it's about the character of the person.
Right.
And trying to be open. But we know she was a red flag when she bought 10 wedding dresses.
Yeah.
So we'll see how this goes, right? So she's up.
High maintenance. We can see that.
I don't call that high maintenance. High maintenance that's about you. I feel like when you start projecting yourself on someone else and automatically something turns you off, it's like you have to find something instead of saying, you know what, I'm going to be open. Some things can be fixed.
Right.
Appearances can be fixed.
And you're just now meeting the person.
You're already judging them.
Right.
So, but anyway, we have to get through, they went up there.
Right.
He seems pleasantly pleased about
he likes
her.
these.
Right. And he's like, oh yeah, she would be my type, know. And so, but she's like, well, I'm gonna have to see. It's still so early.
Yeah.
I don't know. And we're like,
Yeah.
And then, after their IDs and their vows,
they do go take pictures, of course, right? And the camera person is like, okay, go ahead and, she's trying to pose them, right?
Right.
For the traditional type of wedding poses. And she's like, I wouldn't do that. I'm not that type of person. I wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't cuddle or whatever.
Chris is still like, she's direct. She knows what she wants. I don't have to worry about, trying to figure out.
Everything optimistic.
So he's still like, okay, I'm good with this. They even have the conversation afterwards where they're kind of talking through what they like, what they don't like, as far as getting to know each other. And he mentions disc golf. That's his sport. That's his hobby. I can't see myself playing disc golf. Well, baby girl, he ain't asked you to come play disc golf with him.
Give his hobby.
He's just telling you what he likes to do. You all just met. He's trying to introduce himself and at least let you know.
Right.
I have hobbies that are different from your hobbies. Now, you've tried to do some of my hobbies.
And you've tried to do mine. Not always with the best attitude.
True.
But you have tried.
I've at least made the effort.
You made an effort. So, but if it doesn't work out, then I can't force you to do what I would enjoy to do. Obviously, you always want your mate to do some of the similar things together, right?
And there are hobbies, of course, that we've done. We started together after we got married. These are hobbies that we kind of picked up together, right?
Like what?
Oh no, I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
There's things that we do together, right? Not like we just have our own separate life, right?
Right. This is our hobby, I guess. We do together.
Wow. What do we do together? No, we do nothing together. Sorry.
I mean, as a hobby. So.
I don't know.
That's what I
You put me on the spot. I'm just saying we do stuff together. There's stuff that we've done together and we've been doing together.
And I mentioned this.
Okay, yeah. So this is it.
Okay, this is our hobby.
Y'all see what I got to deal with?
I'm just saying. We're honest and transparent. We're a real black couple. Compared to what? It's over 25 years here.
I'm blinking twice.
Shut up. Save him. Yes, save him. We keep sending a check here. Lots of money keep going.
Wow. All right. So anyway, Chris and Alyssa are, well, we can kind of get to towards the end. Well, she meets with his friends.
Yes. So, okay, friends. If y'all want to be friends, y'all stop giving everything up front. Save a little something to the next picnic.
Right.
Or when y'all come over for dinner. So let's just start saying.
Let her discover that he can be this way. Oh, yeah, we didn't tell you all that. But yeah, he can be. This is how you deal with it.
Right.
That's something you say in the six week.
You let her bring
10,
that out.
right.
I mean, like, so the friends, they done said all this nice stuff so they can be presented at the wedding between the vows. But then when she goes to talk to him, he's like, well, he can be a little condescending.
He can be a butthole.
He wants, he wants to teach all the time, but just distract him enough to start talking about something else.
He likes to monologue.
Right.
So rather than saying, giving a balance, it was like, these are the red flags. It was like they were giving her red flags.
Right. They were like, okay, this is what we don't like about our friend,
right?
But he's our friend. But we're going to share all that with you. Yeah. And nothing good like, oh my God, you said you like pets. Well, he's a pet lover too. He's so caring and kind. You're supposed to butter him up, like, make him the hero.
Right. Now, yes, you don't want to be over glossifying it, if that's a word, but you don't want to be over emphasizing and making him to be Prince Charming, but you also don't want to make him Oscar the Grouch, right? So that starts this snowball
in her head,
because that's where it was.
Right. It happens all the time. A couple seasons ago.
Yeah. So it starts this snowball to where at the end of the night, when all the other couples have already started retiring, as far as what we're seeing, right? All the other couples have they're retiring at the end of their night. They're he's sitting in the not even in the lobby. He's like sitting outside the banquet hall, like
still waiting for all the people have gone home.
Right.
Like, I don't even know if they had the sparklers. Everyone else did sparklers. Sparklers. Am I saying?
Sparklers. We'll let you go with that. That's your Maryland, D.C. accent.
Shut up. And try to get down to the car.
Foil.
Are we going there tonight?
No, we're not going there tonight.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
Well, you wreck yourself.
Listen.
Anyway, so I don't even think they had the opportunity to do that.
Mm-mm.
And
at least that we saw.
And he's sitting there like, is my wife coming out? Am I still married? Because he's already all night asking people, does she like me?
Right.
Does she like me? Because she's giving, I don't like you vibes.
She was giving Ice Queen vibes. Now, not as bad as Mirla last season, because Mirla was Elsa whatever from Let It Go, Frozen. This girl is not as ice cold, but she's there, right? She's a little chilly. So he's asking because he's kind of wanting to pick it up, right? He want to see, where am I at with this?
Right.
So he's sitting out there waiting. In production, you hear her, he's condescending. He said something. He said in the elevator, I'm just her side piece. Well, I would take that as a joke, right?
Right. That you
just met, you're trying to be funny.
Right.
But she takes that, and that's just adding another coal to the fire, or log to the fire.
And the producer's like, was he condescending to you?
Have you seen him be condescending to you?
Oh, tonight? Okay, well, you need to look. The producer go like, okay.
You need to go have a conversation.
You're going to have this conversation? Well, however you do it, producer, like, however you do it, you need to do it now, because he's sitting out there.
Right.
And you in here just talking to us.
And then she was like, I don't feel safe sleeping in the same bed, in the same room.
I was like, how do you feel safe? Because someone said condescending. How did that get to not being safe?
Right.
I was like, you know what? See, I'm glad I ain't producing.
Words matter.
I'd be like, really? Are we really saying that? What? Because see, I'd be like, so what doesn't make you feel safe?
Right.
Because we only paying for one room. Be like, you got.
If you need to, there's a bathtub you can sleep in.
Listen, you bought 10 wedding dresses. I know you can pay for a night, because this man hasn't done anything or to show anything that it wouldn't be safe for you to do.
He got cameras all around y'all. He ain't done nothing to you.
He didn't touch you. Literally.
Right.
And you said you didn't want to be touched. He didn't touch you.
Right. He asked permission to kiss you.
Correct.
At the altar.
Correct.
So he's been a gentleman.
I'll be like, you know what? If you want to go home, let's just
take the 10 wedding dresses, or the 11 now, and gone.
But anyway, I think that's so rude. So she goes out there, and then she can't muster the courage.
Right.
She can't be honest.
I think we need to go to sleep tonight. It's just been a stressful day.
And he was like, okay, well, he still don't know what it is.
Right.
Well, I'm sorry. Did I, anything I said tonight?
Right.
I apologize. She's like, I think we should tonight. And he was like, okay. Like, he's trying to have her lead the conversation.
Right. Because he doesn't know.
He doesn't know what does that mean for us to go to, it was tiring, been a long day. So that means, are we going together back to the room? We're not going back together to the room.
Right.
I mean, and then I feel so bad for him. I wanted to give him a hug because he was like crying. He was crying. His eyes were down like this. He's like, my wife rejected me. I mean, like, I'm like, oh my God, Chris, I'm so sorry. Like, I feel bad. No one should be feeling like that.
I feel bad for him, but I ain't giving the brother a hug.
I'm giving a hug. I would have gave him a hug. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry.
Reason number 932 why we ain't going to Boston.
Because I
was giving random white guys hugs.
Random people. We know Chris.
Oh, okay.
Chris trying to find the love of his life. He's driven.
Mm-hmm.
Just wanted a woman.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. So then, what's the other couple we want to talk about? Let's talk about Michael and Jasmina.
Yes.
So they had their wedding before,
Mm-hmm.
and he's definitely feeling her.
Mm-hmm.
They seem to be feeling each other, right?
Right. The good vibe,
Mm-hmm.
they're kind of having, they're playing, being playful.
Right.
She asked about work.
You're
and brother man work all day. Like when the light go up and the light go down, he
like, I'll make time for you, but I ain't got no time for you.
Right. So what time you leave?
4:00 in the morning.
Okay, what time you come home?
7:30.
Okay, what about the weekend?
Yo, I got a lot going on the weekends. I got clients and
on Saturday.
Yeah, my weekends are crazy.
So we're married for what reason again? Because when are you home, dude? And I get it when you're a personal trainer and it's a bit you're self-employed.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully he gave more context, right? It was a cut in the thing.
Right.
So hopefully he's like, well, I am going to work so that a couple nights a week.
Rearrange your clients. Listen, rearrange your clients. Charge more and make yourself more exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
That way you only working with, instead of working with 49 clients,
right,
work with 25 clients, you just charge them a little more.
Right.
And you've made up for that, right?
Listen, with the technology in it, we're in Zoom. I don't need to be there with you.
Right.
Like, I'm going to get a whole program for you.
Right.
And then maybe every other day, if you work out 5 times a day, maybe I work out with you physically twice a week.
Right.
And catch me on Zoom and we'll check in and see how you doing on what you want to do.
We had a personal trainer for our son for football.
Mm-hmm.
He had 4 and 5 guys at the same time.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
They were all working together.
All the same time.
Even though they had different skill sets and different positions they played, he'd give one an exercise or a thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
He'd go to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
He made it work.
Yep. And so he wasn't out there at 8:00 at night.
Nah.
We're going to do some group exercises.
Right.
So I think he just needs to figure out, being single, you don't have nothing to do. So it's like, well, I'll take his clients as many he can.
Yeah.
Or maybe he needs to partner up with a gym, and supplement something.
Yeah.
So
hopefully you figured it out by the time you're watching this.
He's very attracted to his wife. I feel like any man
gonna make it work.
Gonna make it work, unless he's gonna keep thinking he's single and not available. Like she's scared of not having someone who's gonna be.
Because she said she's folks that aren't emotionally there.
Yeah.
Well, she's about to have somebody who's not physically there.
Right.
His sisters, who have been a big part of his life as well. His sisters do meet with Jasmina and give her a breast cancer pin, which they all wear as in remembrance of their mom, who they lost to breast cancer. So,
and their dad had prostate cancer. Right. So yeah.
So it was a great moment for just kind of welcoming her into the family, and she definitely was like, "Wow, I feel like I'm being accepted, received, what have you." Then. What other couple? Mark and Lindsay.
Mark and Lindsay, boy, twins.
They are a mess.
So
Mess.
Mark, he was just saying to the dad and the brother, he was like, "Thank you, thank you," and they're like, "You're welcome." You know, welcome to the family.
And he was like, I always wanted to ask, if I could have permission, have your blessing. The dad's like, "Yep, you got it.
You got permission.
You got permission."
Yeah.
The dad almost was like saying, "No take backs. You stuck. You got it. It's on you now."
Well, and then he was asking, like, does she ever calm down? And he was trying to ask a nice way. Is there any way she's on like level 1 instead of level 10?
Or at least sober, because I've only seen her sober so far.
Right.
Drunk so far.
Right. So how is she when she don't got a little liquid courage in her? And he was like, he never had any siblings. So, reaching out, it's like, hey, I'm really going to reach out to you to have a brother, obviously because he's around a lot of women.
Yeah.
So I think that would be good for him.
Yeah.
I think, like I said before, either you normally, if the two people are both hyper, someone's either going to calm down or somebody's going to get really annoyed.
And Mark seems like he's going to first calm down, but then there's sometimes where it looks like he's going to get really annoyed as far as the trailer scene. And then the last couple.
Yes.
I think we covered all the couples, right? Yeah.
No, we didn't cover
except for Elijah and Katina.
He admits he has ADHD.
Absolutely.
So we understand that. Our son was diagnosed with ADHD. So it's a very interesting type of personality, which can go up and down. The vulnerability, the emotional, which can have emotional highs and lows. They are very loyal people.
Yes.
Once they commit, they are committed.
Yep.
So at least he knows that, and he's like telling the mom, because he's speaking to the mom and sharing this and sharing.
Yeah.
And that he's like, I can get distracted, but just tell me to come down a notch. He's like, I only got 2 friends. They're over there. I mean, like, sometimes he overshares.
Right.
But again, means well.
Right.
Really do mean well.
But mom pulled out the perfect escape. She was like, "Is that a rabbit?" And she took off.
Too cute. So it's going to be interesting. She is going to have to be very patient.
Yes. And the friends basically, can I give you all the Kevin interpretation? The friends basically said he's stupid.
They were not saying he was stupid.
Okay. They said, you're going to have to explain things to him several times.
Which you do with someone who has ADHD, right?
Sometimes.
No, because they can't do big lists. So you're going to have to give them small tasks.
That's also some other things with our son. So,
right.
Yes.
No, but that's additional to, because you can't stay still. You're hyperactive. Right.
But they also were saying, look, you got to explain things several times to him
before
you get the honest answer from him too.
No, okay. And that's not about being stupid. It's just about him not sharing or needing to do. So
True. I get that. So yes, you're right.
Okay.
We're gonna just
let's check our heads.
Exasperate ourselves at each other.
But she was like, okay, I hope he can be patient with me as well. And she talked about, look, I had my party life.
Right.
I'm older now. I really want to settle down.
Yeah.
So he has to realize that about her as well. Just like he's looking for forgiveness and moving on.
Yeah. Listen, bro. You getting married is not forgiveness for everything that you've done wrong in your life.
It's like, I'm forgiven. I was like,
that's not how that works. Sorry.
I was like, what?
I don't know what pastor told you that, but that ain't it.
I think what he was trying to say is like, then
I don't have to suffer the consequences of my previous actions and deeds.
Right. Or people feel like, I used to be this type of person. Getting married is going to change that about me.
Right.
What he's going to have to realize is that it may give him the effort to try to stay faithful, but those temptations are still going to come.
Right.
So he's going to need to be, on top of his game.
Absolutely. So. Okay. And then, something else that it was the conversation about what's going to happen on the wedding night. So she's talking to her girls and she's like, he got body, he all this.
Oh, yeah.
But he ain't. She's like, it'll be about a month.
Yeah.
Her friend's like, But on the other side of the venue, he's like, well, you know, if I can get it tonight, if she open the door, I'm gonna tie her up, flip her up, throw her down, everything I can. I'm gonna put it on her. He was like, smack it up, flip it, rub it down. Oh no! Right.
Well, what he was saying, if she wants to, and she said it's for me to do that, but because remember, he was saying at first he was gonna wait. He changed real quick.
He ain't waiting. He gonna try.
He changed too. Well, and she was saying like, no, I really want to get to know him.
Right.
And different things. But when he was supposed to get that,
the garter,
he was giving her a little striptease.
Yeah.
I was like, and the mama was like, yeah, you need to say that.
He was doing basic Chippendales.
It's a basic.
And so, yeah, she, you know, and he was picking her up every chance he got. Every moment he got, he was picking her up.
I'd be like, dude, you were getting a little bit overboard in the picking up and the putting down.
It's something that and it's just something I'm picking up on, and could be nothing, but the way he uses my wife almost sounds more possessive than anything.
I was about to say possessive.
Okay. I didn't know if it was just me, but it sounds very possessive.
Especially, well, because we saw some of the previews.
Right.
So in some of the previews, it does sound possessive.
So that's something I think be definitely watching for. It needs to be mindful of the way and the tone in which he uses it. It's almost like he's treating her like property,
right,
and not partner.
Right.
So, but yeah, it looks like, so now that we got everybody married off, aren't we happy?
We're so happy, so they can get married and then have a honeymoon.
Yeah, so we'll see.
And then all hell breaks out.
Right. So at least we know Alyssa and Chris at least go on the honeymoon and seem to be doing okay for portions of it.
Right.
But we have the honeymoon coming up, and we have a roller coaster of a season ahead, I'm sure. So that's kind of it for this review, this commentary on it. Let us know what we missed. Let us know your thoughts. We definitely want to see you in the comments, and we will see you next video. Have a great one. Be blessed.